Welcome back from the break. It's Life and Style. In Mombasa County, we're in Shanzu, the Shanzu area, Pride in Paradise. And I can tell you this place is a paradise indeed. Lovely place. We'll get to explore it in a couple of shows ahead. But for now, we want to meet this lady who's made Mombasa her home. She's incredibly well-traveled all over the world. Her family lives in different places across continents in this world. But she chooses to make this place home. Her name is Jamilla Hassan. She's also an award-winning blogger, and we'll get to meet her and find out what makes Mombasa fascinating for her. And karibu sana to the program. How are you?
Good.
You look very good.
Thank you.
So tell me about you. How old are you? Are you married? I know you didn't expect us to start there, so yeah.
My name is Jamilla Hassan. As you said, I'm an award-winning blogger. I live in Mombasa. I am 33 years old, and yeah, I love Mombasa.
33 years old, have schooled in different parts of the world.
Yes.
So tell us first about that experience.
Of course, I did my primary in Kenya. And then
here in Mombasa?
In Mombasa,
right.
Yes. And I did high school in Saudi Arabia. And then I did some college after high school.
Okay.
But then my undergraduate degree I did in the US.
Okay. So why Saudi Arabia?
My parents lived there, so after primary I'd gone to visit, and then I just decided to stay with them and go to high school there.
Okay. Yes. Then why move to the US?
After I finished high school, I came back in Kenya. I did ticketing. At that time it was like popular, so I was like, yeah, I want to do it too. So I did it. And then, but my dad kept pushing, like, it's not enough. You need a bachelor's degree because you need something to fall back into in case something happens in the future, you know, like, because ticketing might not be, you know,
that relevant
later on, you know. So like, just do it. So at first I was like, no. And then one time I was talking to my friend who was in Canada, and she was telling me about university life and like all this stuff that's going on. I was like, wow, I want to do this. Like, it sounds interesting, studying something that you like and stuff. Yeah. So I told my dad. My dad was like, yes, finally. So I just started doing research on universities around the world, because I did IGCSE. So I was like, okay, I can just continue doing an international degree somewhere else. So I was just doing some research, and then so my uncle found out he was in the US, so he said, why don't you just come here and you live with us, then you just pay for college.
Wow, how fortunate.
And
before the show you were telling me how you have family like all over the world.
Yeah, I have family members, like my uncle who lives in the US. I mean, his wife is from the Bahamas. I have another one from Puerto Rico. I have my uncle who was his wife is Danish, so we're pretty much international, so we're okay with it.
You don't mind that
diverse,
at all.
Yeah.
So having family in all these places where, you know, we make the assumption that they are the go-to places to live in, you chose to come back home. Well, not home because your parents are in Saudi Arabia.
But home is Mombasa.
But home is Mombasa.
Well,
I consider home to be where my parents are. I don't know, I mean, traditionally, but you chose to come back here.
Yes.
Why?
After I finished college, that was in 2011 when I graduated. At that time, the new constitution was, you know, had come to, so I wanted to be part of the change, because I was like, they said we are the future, you know, the youth. Then it's our time now to be part of the change that's going on and stuff like that. So I was like, I just want to go back home and be part of the change that's going on, and, you know, just kind of help develop the country.
That is so brave. Like, something is going on, there's this wind of change happening in the country, and I want to be a part of it. And you didn't even have a plan then?
I didn't have a plan. I was just like, yeah, let me just go.
That is incredibly brave. So when did you finally get your feet wet? When did you finally decide, you know what, wow, this feels like I'm now grounded? When was that, and what was that?
In terms of coming back to Kenya?
Yeah, in terms of what you did there.
When I came back, in 2011, I mean, I did the whole ritual. Like, I looked for a job because, of course, after graduate, everyone expects you to find a job. So I did find a job in, I think, in 3 months after I came back, in a bank. And
in a bank?
Yeah.
Wait, what had you studied in uni?
Communication. So I did customer service, which is like almost similar, because I did interpersonal communication, which is how to, talk to people and relate and stuff like that. So which is customer service basically. And I did customer service when I was in the US as well. So I just love customer service and dealing with people.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you like people?
Yes.
Are you saying that because you were in that business then?
No.
Okay.
I'm a people person.
Oh,
so,
you are.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing that got me. Okay. I'll just backtrack. When I went to university, I did psychology. Like that was my major. Like I was gonna do psychology. So I did 2 years and I didn't like it. Like I just didn't like going to class, I was like, it's so boring and it's not something that I want to do, So I changed major, and for a while I didn't even know what I wanted to do. I thought psychology was what I wanted to do, which is like a lot of people go through that. So, but I was so involved in so many things in college, in organizations and doing so many things. Then one of my teachers, I was taking a communication class as an elective, like a general elective.
Right.
And my teacher called me to his office and he's like, what's your major? I'm like, actually, I have no clue what I want to do. Like, I don't know. And he's like, you are a people person. You should do this.
And this is 2 years later.
Yeah. Like, you should do communication because you love talking to people. You are friendly and you're nice. And this communication is the right for you. And then I was like, oh my God, yeah.
Wow.
So
and it fit.
It fits perfectly.
Nice. So you found a job in a bank?
Yes.
For how long?
4 years. Yes.
Wow, customer service.
Yes.
Nice. So at what point then did you decide, you know what, I'm gifted in writing and I need to put this somewhere?
Somewhere, yeah. I used to blog, like, because when I went to US, it was really tough because it's culture change. I mean, I was living in Saudi Arabia.
From Saudi to America.
It's completely different. So for me, it was a major culture shock. So I did, for a while, I didn't know how to channel it. So then I found like blogging was like, okay, it's coming in, there's something called a blog post, so like you should.
We all start there, by the way.
Yeah. So I just started, I used to write just things that are happening to me, like issues and stuff. I used to write. Adapting, religion versus, yeah, so I just used to write. So I used to blog since 2009.
Right, and it was your way of just expressing what you're feeling, what you're going through.
What I'm going through,
Wow, who read it? Like, it was just for you, like a journal?
Just for me, just like a journal,
An online?
Online journal, yeah.
Okay.
So when I came back, so I was continuing writing, and then in 2014, I joined
in Mombasa.
when I was in Mombasa.
Yes.
So I had joined Instagram, and then at that time it was like everyone was joining Instagram and doing the thing. And I was looking at like Kenya Instagrammers, how they showcase their every place. So I was following Mutwa Matheka, and I was seeing other guys and how they're showcasing Nairobi, the rooftops and the alleys, and I was like, wow, this is really cool, And at that time, insecurity started happening in Mombasa. So I was like, okay, every news was
Mombasa this, Mombasa that, yeah.
And then if it wasn't about insecurities, it would be some weird, mythical, stereotypical story.
Oh, I get the ghost stuff.
The ghost stuff, yeah. So
yeah.
it used to annoy me so much. And I'm like, no, Mombasa is more than that. You know, like I live here.
Those stories true, by the way. You need to break that myth for me.
They're not true.
Is
if you believe in it, but it's not. It's all in the head. It's mind over matter. So.
Oh, mind over matter.
Yeah.
With a pure American accent. Mind over matter. Okay.
So it's all in your head.
Okay. So they don't exist.
They don't exist.
Okay. Thanks for breaking that. That was for me. I needed to ask that for me. Okay. So you saw that everything that could be written about Mombasa that was negative had more prominence, and you chose to do something about it.
I was like, no, I have to do something about it, you know. So I got a camera. I bought a camera, and I was like, okay, let me start just showcasing the places I'm going and the things I'm doing. I have to show the world what Mombasa is about. If other people in Nairobi are doing it through Instagram, why can't I do it? Yeah. Wow. So I just started doing on Instagram. So I would use the hashtag Life in Mombasa, you know, because it's Life in Mombasa, right? Yeah, so I just kept doing it, and people started being receptive. Oh my God, this is my home, or okay, I didn't know this. So a friend of mine was like, hey, why don't you just do a blog? Like, at that time, blogging in Kenya now was being accepted.
Starting to catch up, yeah.
So he was like, why don't you just get a domain, do the whole branding thing and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, okay. So I got a domain and he's like, you're already doing life in Mombasa. So just get a domain that says life in Mombasa.
Nice. So to connect your IG to, of course, your website.
And then I was writing more like places to visit, places to go and things like that.
Okay, nice. So that's since 2014?
Yeah.
Okay. So assuming it's my first time in Mombasa, so now take me through your blog. Like, I've just landed in Mombasa, I don't know what to do. So, Jamilla, help.
It depends what you're coming for. I mean, like you're on
leisure,
vacation, right? Leisure.
Yes.
Of course, you check into your hotel or
which
wherever.
one?
There's so many. Pride Inn, of course. Right?
Pride Inn, yeah.
Since you're in Pride Inn.
Pride Inn Paradise.
Yes, Pride Inn Paradise. Right? You'll check in, go to the beach, take a walk, you know.
Okay.
Leisure. Then I would recommend a tour in Old Town. You can come to...
So how far is Old Town from Pride Inn?
It's about 20 to 30 minutes. 20 minutes max, yeah.
So I've checked in, I've gone to the beach, that's day one. Am I still doing Old Town day two? I need you to... You're putting your blog to life.
You know? Yeah, so you go to Old Town. Okay, first we can go to For Jesus.
Okay.
Do a tour for Jesus. And then from there you go to Old Town, do a tour. Walk around, get tired, feel hungry. You go for lunch.
Where?
There's a very nice restaurant in Old Town. It's called Foradhani. It's by the old port. So it's like you overlook the sea, the other side. So it's really nice. They have amazing biryani. Of course, you can't be in Mombasa without having biryani.
Oh, okay. So biryani is one of the must-have dishes.
Yes. So you have biryani for lunch, and then from there in the afternoon, you can go to this park, like you can go to Hola Park right here. See the animals, feed giraffes, and then you see the crocodiles being fed, things like that. And then what I would recommend is going to English Point Marina for a sunset. A most amazing sunset in Mombasa, because where you sit at English Point, the other side is Old Town now. It's Mombasa, the city. So when the sun comes down, it's amazing because the backdrop of the town and then the sun coming down. Amazing.
Okay.
Beautiful. One of my favorite places to go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just love the sunset there.
Right.
Yes.
So all that is day two.
Day one.
Day one?
That's day one.
Whoa.
There's so much to do.
That's a lot.
Yes.
I'll pass out by the time I'm at Hola Park. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you maximize.
Like
you gotta maximize.
And day two?
Day two, I would recommend going snorkeling, swimming on the beach, going to see the fish, things like that. For lunch, you can either eat, there's a few places in town you can go and eat.
Okay. What are some of the main local popular dishes?
Biryani, pilau, kaimati. That's like for breakfast.
Oh,
yeah.
All that is breakfast?
No, biryani and pilau you can have for lunch. You can have other like there's samaki or kupaka and chapati. You know, yeah.
Okay. And it's I'm losing it. Mabuyu. I know I like mabuyu.
Yes, that's a snack. Mabuyu and achari, you know, the one thing that people from Nairobi always ask for.
Those are the things we ask for,
like, bring me mabuyu if you're coming.
Okay, so you seem to have a lot of pride in this city, Mombasa, just even for the locals to get to know. You see, like, I'm also Kenyan, and like you, and the ghost stories, people believe them. But just here you said, no, it's not true, it's not true, you know?
It's not true, yeah.
But we, in the same country, we believe that.
Yeah.
There's a portion of people who believe that.
I know, and that's what it annoys me. And I'm like, no, like, you know, like people believe that so much.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you address then issues like, because one of the reasons why you also decided to start your blog is to address like the insecurity issues back then that were affecting tourism.
Yes.
So how do you have control over that though?
Okay, I don't have control over that, definitely, you know. But then it's like, there are certain areas, you can avoid, but you know, it's not the whole Mombasa that's insecure, you know. There are places that are safe and we're living there. Like, if it wasn't safe, we wouldn't be living,
of course,
right?
yeah.
Like, and we're Kenyans too. Everyone is Kenyan and people are walking.
There are places like that everywhere in the
Yeah,
world
they're
anyway.
everywhere in the world. Yeah. So it's like, it really like makes me sad when it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna come to Mombasa because insecurities. No, it's safe. Like, people come all the time. We are walking, you know. Like, for me, I could walk. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's how confident you are, and like, because me, I walk 9 o'clock at night. And I'm not scared.
You're a ninja
because
girl.
if I'm scared, I'm not gonna do anything. Like, I'll be stuck, just sitting there because I'm scared. Okay. Which is like fear everywhere, right? Like the fear of doing something, you won't do it because you have fear. You're afraid of it. Yeah.
Okay. And what would you like to see different with your city that you're so passionate about?
I think there's a long, I mean, of course, there's still a long way to go in terms of progress. There's still some issues that need to be addressed by the county government that
so it's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But I'm glad sometimes there's people who are residents who are, you know, working with the county to help progress.
Are you one of them?
Yes.
Oh, okay, of course, by the blog. I mean, look at you.
Blog,
And so you won an award.
Yes.
Tell us about that moment.
I won last year, but I didn't attend the event. Long story.
Who does that?
I know, but long story, I couldn't make it.
Okay.
So I had prior commitments, so and they had changed dates, and it was a long story last year. Yeah.
Okay.
But this year I was like, I have to attend. So it was really great because like all my work is
recognized,
right
and celebrated. You are in which category?
County blogs. Yeah, best county blog. Yes.
Wow. So how often do you write then?
2 to 3 times a week.
Really?
Yeah.
You're very dedicated.
I try.
There's something to write about 3 times a week.
I try to incorporate other things like interviews. Also, like I feel like there's a lot of people in Mombasa who are doing amazing things and people should know about. So I have this segment called Jina Langu Ni.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, where I interview people in Mombasa who are doing, because I'm like, if we can't recognize our own, who will?
Who will?
Yeah, and there's people who are doing, you know, amazing stuff in Mombasa that are impacting in the community. So I'm like, we have to tell their stories.
And have you told your story?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
I mean, I've done a lot of interviews here and there. So
on your blog? On your blog?
On my blog, no.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, let me tell you, like, for a long time, I was anonymous. Like, no one knew who Life in Mombasa was. For almost, because I was working, so I was like, maybe it's going to be conflict of interest. And also, you know, so
you
for
wanted
1 year,
to be behind the scenes,
I was just behind the scenes. Like, no one knew who Life in Mombasa. People were seeing it online, and they were seeing lifeinmombasa.com, but no one knew who it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you stay in secret for so long?
I don't know. It just happened. Like, I was just, until like later on, like people, I mean, I started going to events and then, you know, winning the award. That's when people okay. So, you know, like, they started knowing, okay, so you're Life in Mombasa.
Oh my goodness, how did that feel to be exposed?
It's interesting. A lot of people were like, oh my God, I thought it was a guy. I thought it was a man doing it.
Wow.
Especially then I was like, they're like, wait, what? A woman and from Mombasa, like wearing a hijab? How? You know, because the stereotypes, Mombasa women, we're just staying home, get married, you know.
Actually
like
break that stereotype.
Yeah.
What is the truth?
There's a lot of women doing amazing stuff, like I said, and I've featured them. So I mean, that stereotype, but also like people don't know. That's the thing, because we don't tell their stories. No one knows, so it's always just, you know, on the.
But lifeinmombasa.com is telling those stories and breaking every myth and just pricking that bubble. Like there's a lot more going on here. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
And people are very, very empowered.
Yes.
Gosh. Yes. And you've just done this by yourself.
Yes.
Okay. Who do you credit to, you know, like, because I know also for bloggers, like, you need to be motivated? At times you don't feel like doing it. You have those days?
I follow a lot of bloggers in Nairobi.
Okay.
I'm part of Bloggers Association of Kenya. So like I follow like a lot of blogs, and whatever events they do,
yes.
I follow. We were trying to start a course chapter as well some time back, but yeah, so it's like we just try to, you know, I try to join other groups, writers and stuff, to keep me motivated to write.
Nice. Yeah. So you have linkages with them?
Yes.
Like you talk about stuff at times?
Yeah, at times. Yeah, we do some work together. So,
nice.
Yeah.
And your family, what do they think about your blog?
My family didn't know for a while, and also
you were anonymous also too.
Even till now, there's some family members who don't know what I do. Like they don't even know that Life in Mombasa exists. Yeah.
Is it intentional?
No, they're just in their own world. So.
Okay, but your immediate, your mommy and daddy?
Yeah, they're okay with it. They're like really supportive, like keep doing it, you know, this is good.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad bought me my camera because I sent him money to Saudi Arabia and he bought it for me. So then when I told him I'm doing this and this, he's like, go for it, this is good.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Wow, well done. Okay, so for struggling bloggers, or for people who, you know, have challenges blogging, there are so many writers in this country, by the way. I've met quite a number of them, but most of them just give up halfway. They're like, you know, this is not for me, or I'm too busy, I can't write. Yeah, what would you tell them? You have to look into your camera.
Have passion. Like when you choose to write a blog, make sure you have a passion, because passion is what is going to drive you doing it. If you have other motives like monetary, like you want to gain money from it, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You have to have passion for it. Like you do it from your heart, like you want to do it for, you know, to show the world what you're capable of doing. Yeah.
And when your passion dries up.
Yeah, you rise up, you know.
Ooh,
right?
I like
if
that.
If you keep doing it, and people will keep recognizing you.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So what are the next steps for your blog? What do you want to do? What are your dreams for it?
So many things. Like I'm hoping, you know, like just keep showcasing Mombasa through photos, but maybe do videos as well, you know, kind of showcase now through videos, YouTube, because now YouTube is the in thing.
Yeah, a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Linked to your blog.
Linked
that
to my
is
blog.
So hot, yeah.
Gosh. So at least, because there's people who read, and there's people who like watching videos. So it's like I can get both now, you know. Yeah.
But I really like the angle of your blog where you feature the Jina Langu Ni.
Yeah.
I think it's powerful. Yeah, having people say their stories and what they're good at or what they've succeeded in. I think that's a line you really need to strengthen.
Yes.
Like it's hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well done on that. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much.
Really appreciated your time.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And all the best with your blog.
Thank you.
We'll be checking it out to see whether you're blogging those 3 times a week. If you get lazy, I'm like, hey, Jamila, what's going on? What's going on, girl? Where are you? But well done on that.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad to be here.
Well, thanks.
So tuchukua kwa side, tunaenda drag on one side, tuna move sawa. Okay, next one.